Greetings and welcome to Overcrowd, a commute 'em up. I'm KatherineOfSky and I'm so happy to be presenting this game for you today. This is a game made by a development group of two people, Alistair McQueen and Sarah Tesori. The game music and sound effects were outsourced, but the entire game otherwise is made by two people. And I was really excited to play because I played this when it first came out in early access, and now it is in release mode, and so much has been added over the time that it's been early access. So we're going to play a game here. There are two different important modes here. There's the network sandbox and there's a station sandbox. Now, let me just show you the network and what that is about, because it's kind of like two different play styles that you can work with here. So the network is basically you build many stations and then get them up to a certain star level and earn bonds to move on. And those bonds are basically research points into getting different items to help upgrade your stations. And so this is one that I was playing the other day. You start in one of the zones, zone 5, and then you move downward to zone 4, 3, 2, and 1. And each of those has different amounts of research points that you can get, and different items are unlocked as you go along. This mode here is not really great for a let's play, but it's really fun if you're playing on your own, because what you're doing is you're kind of restarting with each station and building it up the best you can, and then you kind of move on to the next station, so you kind of like restart all the time. And there is another mode called Station Sandbox mode, where you do all of the progression in a single station. And this is the one we're going to be playing in our particular game, because I think it shows off the game a little bit better. So let's do a new sandbox. And here is where we can have just randomization of whatever we want here. Let's choose this randomly. We have starting money, starting bonds, all tech unlocked from start if you just want to have a pure sandbox experience. And then we have all kinds of other things. Procurement tree gated. We have number of applicants who you hire as employees here. Victory conditions. And then lose condition. I'm going to turn the lose condition off just in case our reputation slips way down. I don't want to really have to restart. So we're just going to click that on. But all of the rest we're just going to keep on the default values. And I think it's pretty fair. So let's see, number of floor blocks, all kinds of stuff. You can even choose where you want your tracks to be, on what level, how many on level 0, level -1, -2, and -3. All kinds of stuff here. It's pretty great. So let's go and just click next. Okay, name this sandbox save slot. We're going to call this release A. Yeah, there we go. Sure. Start. And that's just my thing, because I have been playing this, as you probably noticed from my save slots. I just want to give it a tiny bit of a different name than the other one. Okay, what do we got here? We have many things. So we start off in paused mode, and we can see where we have tracks. Now the game gives us a bit of a pavement, or a bit of like our floor down here, so we can see what we have. Now if we rotate the camera a bit, we can kind of see what's going on a little bit. You can also see the numbers on the side here for the levels that they're on. So the blue line is actually lower level than the orange line. And we have two tracks way on the bottom. And we need to kind of figure out how to kind of, I don't know, get these things organized as we see fit. So we want to start at a place where we have plenty of room. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this section here so we can see it a tiny bit better. See, that's much easier. We can see things now. And what we have here is we've got an entrance, which is really great over here, combined with a nice track right over here. We also have this bit of track here, or not track. This is another entranceway where we get commuters from the street level walking into our station. They both have pretty decent commuter rates. This one is 3 and this one is 4. Some of them have only 2. Like this green line over there takes 2, or that's kind of like a demand thing. And let's see, where else do we have? let's see, Low Street here also has 4 commuters coming in there. Brindle Street has 3, but we definitely want to start on the top level because we don't have any staircases yet. We have no other way to transport our passengers up and down, so we do want to start here right now. And this, I like Rexton Road because we are nearby the track, so we can create a platform. But we also have the ability to have lots of space out here where we can build some of our utilities that we're going to need. So let's go ahead and start here first. We're going to go ahead and build an entrance and just think about how we want to design this place. So what I'm going to do here is, I think we're going to build this entrance out this way. And then we need to have spaces for a ticket machine and stuff. So let's just widen this out a tiny bit. And the floor space is relatively cheap, so feel free to, go wild on this a tiny bit. The other thing that I want to do is create an area for things like our utility rooms, and those things generate lots and lots of heat. So what I want to do is have a corridor here and then be able to expand this out to say, I don't know, let's see, 1, 2, this wide, maybe? Actually, you can build this quite wide here and quite long if you want to, and then just cut it later. So what we're looking for here is we want an aisle and then machine, machine, aisle, machine. This is for our generator room. So we have 1 generator room. And then we're going to, actually, we don't actually have to do that, do we? Probably don't have to do it. We'll just do that for now because we just want to add a room here in the infrastructure. This is probably way too big. So let's actually cut that down. It's fine. We can always build multiple generator rooms. The reason I want it near the door, and let's go ahead and put down our entranceway to Rexton Road. Let's just make sure it's right here, right in front of the door. Is because the heat can dissipate out the door. That's one special thing. And we're not going to see a lot of heat in the beginning, but you can track it here via the thermal mapping. And that's going to be really important later because it's very difficult to get rid of heat. And I did leave a corridor so that basically the whole thing is surrounded by grass tiles. So let's make ourselves a, I don't know, small, decent size utility room. So let's just do that here like this. And I like to make mine 3 wide, so we have an aisle, and then we can put items on either side of that. Now then, we can also have another room. We need a tool room out here as well. So we'll go ahead and combine this together. And then kind of rotate it around. We want to have an entrance here to the concourse as well. And we'll go ahead and put in... Let's see, we'll put in our tool room here. Anything that has machines, and tools are machines, anything like that is going to generate heat. So we want to keep that separate from our main area. Okay, and the void spaces, i.e. the grass, any of the grass chunks are kind of safe. Oh, that's okay. That's a train station. Never mind. I was like, oh my gosh, are we going to cover up an entrance? No. So, okay. So we have these 2 rooms. We're also going to need a staff room and a control room. So those things I might put on their own little corridor. So let's see. We can do a staff room here. Let's do that 3 wide. Sure, that's fine. Put the staff room here. And then the control room isn't going to have that many items in it. So we can make just a small one here, and oh, we can't put the door there. Okay, so let's just escape that. We can't do that, unfortunately. But we'll put this here and put the door right there. And that should be big enough for what we need, because at most we're going to have 5 different tracks, and that would equate to 5 different spaces here. So we have 6 that we can access, so that's perfect. Now, what I'm going to do also is to give ourselves some more money. We're going to right click and just delete all of these things that we don't need flooring wise. Okay, so now we have this insulated area that hopefully all the heat is going to spread outside this door. And so that's really nice. And they can all be together because they'll just be having a great time together. Hooray! Lots of heat. What I want to do also is make this a staff-only zone at some point. Unfortunately, at the beginning, we don't have any bonds to buy that. So eventually, we're going to do that so that we can close off this corridor to any, I don't know, curious commuters who might walk in. Now, I also want to put in, so for our station to run, we're going to need a couple of ticket machines. So let's go ahead and make those. We'll put those also near the door so the heat can dissipate out. We'll leave plenty of space here because the bigger the concourse is, the better the heat dissipates. And then we want to have our turnstiles. So we'll go ahead and place these by this wall. Yeah, let's do that right there. And then we have a nice little thing called a fence to prevent any naughty people from getting into the train platform. Now, we're not going to set up these turnstiles just yet. We're going to wait a little bit because now we can go ahead and grab our, what do you call it? We can make ourselves a platform here. So what we need to do is make sure that this area is covering the train track. And it does tell you when you put down the train track how much space the train carriages are requiring. So if we look at this and say platform, okay, it will say max 2 carriages. So add 2 more cells for +1 carriage. So we can add those wherever we want, and depending where that is, if it's on this side or this side. So what we'll do is we'll just put this down. So 2 more cells for +1 carriage. That's great. But the cool thing is you can just click this and add 2 cells. It's very easy. I love that quality of life feature. It's really nice. So let's add just a couple more spaces here. So this should be a pretty decent starting station. We do still need to buy the tools and the generators and stuff. So we may have to cut back this floor if we need some money. But so one thing we need to do with the platform is choose where the alighting point is. And the alighting point means where the passengers can get on and off this train. So you see there's hash marks, not hashtags. Hashtag mistake. Okay, it's fine. The hash marks mean you can't go there. So this is a completely invalid train station. Passengers can't get to this side of the platform, and this side they're not allowed to alight. So we want to make it like this. So they're not trying to get to this side of the platform, and passengers won't get stuck if they get off on that side from, because these trains come from the world where there are other people there. So we're going to put the sign here. Remember, the sign indicates where they're allowed to get on and off. And then we're going to configure our turnstiles. So right click these guys. And I think what I'm going to do is the ones closest to the ticket machine, we'll have them going in to the train. Okay. And then the direction you can also change with the arrows here, just in case you have issues. And then this one is going to be the exit. So we need to have them coming out here. And that should work pretty nicely. Okay. So this is what we have. Okay. Now we can look into, most importantly, we need to get our utilities going on. So fuel generators and fuel barrels are the most important thing. So let's get a few generators, at least 3, and then a couple of fuel barrels as well. We'll put them like maybe there. I don't know, because one fuel barrel can supply several generators. Now, I have to open the station before we can see the electricity. I kind of wish that you didn't have to do that, but that's okay. It'll be fine. We don't have anything else to put in the other rooms, alas. We have to unlock everything via the research thingy. So this is going to be important. 2 carriage train is when we have 3 bonds, so we want to just move as many passengers as fast as possible. All right, anything else we need? I think we have bins. Bins are great. Trash bins let people throw out their trash without having to throw it on the floor. So you can also see the area of effect where commuters will be like, oh yeah, I see a bin over there. So let's put them where they make sense a little bit so there's no uncovered area. So they can just, put stuff down, put stuff in the bin. Okay, so let's go. We don't have any employees yet. We don't actually need any, so I'm not going to hire any so far. We're just going to open this station. And now we're going to look at the electricity. Okay, so we have, yeah, we're way under where we're only needing half the electricity we are producing. So that's great. That is actually great. All right, so people are buying their tickets. This is good. Oh, it's raining. That's nice. Soft, gentle rain. Now we have no lights, so people are going to complain of gloominess. Life is going to be worse for these people until we can actually get some bonds, which means we need to transport the passengers. So they're going to have to suffer a tiny bit here. All right, we've got a rush hour at 8 a.m. And we can't call the train until this little light goes green. So I'm going to call it now. There are only 4 passengers coming off and 4 passengers allowed to get on. Though sometimes if it's really a thick situation, some people might cram themselves on. I've noticed it's quite funny. But the way we're going to get bonds is this number up here. So the top is the passengers. So we need to deliver 1 passenger in order to get a bond, or I don't know if it's 2 bonds at a time. And then we can earn a maximum of 410 bonds in this scenario. So we did get 2 bonds. I think we did multiple levels there. So we have 2 now. And we can buy stuff for this. So let's see. We can get a level 1 plant, a bench. Lighting is going to be really important because people are already complaining about gloominess here. So yeah, we should figure that out. All right, let's go get that light. Level 1 lighting, procure. Okay, we have 1 bond left. Anything else? Emergency we need to buy. Probably the toolkit or the jerry can. The jerry can is for refueling the generators, but we'll be able to buy both of these by day's end. So we'll go ahead and get the toolkit for now. And let's see. We'll wait until we actually have some litter and stuff like that before we get other stuff going. But I do want to end up putting some lights down. So let's get these here. Let's see, 1 here. And you'll probably need multiple in the same area. So let's go here. Because even if it shows that it's covered, it's not brightly covered, if that makes sense. So let's see what we got here. And this is also going to affect our generators. Okay, we might have to move some of them around a bit. Okay, let's call the train. We'll put in another light over here. Okay, very good. Okay, that's better. So this corner is a tiny bit gloomy, but if we move stuff right now or sell it, we will not get the full amount back because passengers really don't like when stuff is moved. They're like, oh my God, what happened here? Also, this ticket machine appears to be out of power because we added so many lights. We now need more generators. So let's go and make, put down another generator. There we go. Okay, we still have 2 bonds. That's great. And let's see what else we can get. Let's get the litter picker and the jerry can. And then we can start training our peeps. People are pretty happy. Though this litter bin is filling up. What we need to do is empty the waste bin, but we don't have the wheelie bin yet. That's another thing we need to buy with bonds, but maybe we can get it right now. Let's see. Capacitors, wheelie bin, hooray! All right, let's get this. Oopsies, procure. All right, so we have this. Now we can actually start getting some employees into our station. And if we look now, we see the generators going a tiny bit low. So let's go ahead and get, I want to have, okay, so this is our tool room. Let's rotate this around and we'll have the toolkit here. We may want to have more than one of those depending on our people. But let's get at least 2 litter pickers. And we'll put the jerry can maybe at the end here because this is not something that our people are going to pick up very often. I really wish you could have like adjoining doors for these rooms and stuff, but we don't have that, alas. So that's okay. But we have staff here. Now what we're looking for, aside of the specialty items that they can do, the skills that they have, is high perception and high strength. Strength enables them to carry more than one tool at a time, and like 5 strength allows them to carry 3 tools. So Jessica White is 1 XP point off of carrying 3 tools. So that's great. Her perception is amazing, and look at her skills. Wow, she is great. We're definitely going to hire Jessica. Now then, we also have Benjamin Wilson, which has high perception and strength also. He's also 1 XP point off of 3 tools. Bob can carry 3 tools, but his skills are pretty low and the perception is really low. I might hire him anyway, just so you can see stuff. But let's see, Benjamin, I think he's a good catch here. So let's hire Benjamin, and we'll kind of look at those. I think they have about the same perception, exactly the same perception. Okay, that's great. But if we notice, they have different skills. So we're going to train our people right now. Let's go ahead and, oops, right click her to see her thingy. And we're going to train Jessica first. And she's good with people, refuse, medical, and security. So we're going to have her do litter picker. And we're also going to have her pick up the jerry can. So let's click this. And Wilson, meanwhile, we can have him pick up the litter picker as well. But let's see. Let's have her put down the jerry can because we want Wilson to be able to do the job. So if you have them pick up a tool, that means they're allowed to do the job. If not, you can't. You have to have them actually pick it up. So Wilson, let's right click him. We see that, oh, he also has dismal repair. No, okay, so it looks like White, you're going to be our repair person for now. But there is something to be said for having multiple people being able to do multiple jobs. Okay, so let's have Wilson pick up the repair thing. Oh, wait, I'm sure that our train needs to be called. Oh, no, not yet. Okay. Okay, whatever. So Wilson, you go pick up this thing as well, the jerry can. All right. We have many people waiting on this platform. This is not great. We need to get them some stuff to do. Okay, clicking. All right. Because otherwise, the people are going to get very unhappy. They're tired, which means we should get them some benches. They're complaining of high prices, probably because it's a pretty crappy station. We need more prestige. Yes, let's do that. Bad shopping range. They want to buy stuff here. And then gloomy. The gloomy is probably from earlier in the day because it's mostly lit up. Let's look at our procurement. And one thing that I definitely want to get, let's see, can we get the signal automator? Okay, so it looks like we can get this if we have 8 bonds. It's not locked. Like some of these, like the air vent, we need to get 49 bonds before we can actually unlock that. So let's go and look at facilities. Plants are good for building prestige. We have an uncomfy bench, which is great. 2-carriage train. That is going to make probably the most difference to our people because we can shift more commuters and it will help us get more bonds faster. Now the staff only zone is fantastic, but we're going to get this 2-carriage train. I haven't seen naughty people going down that hallway yet, so it should be fine. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we can look at our staff thing and we have kind of a RimWorld-esque menu of priorities here. So White, let's go and look at her. Oh, actually her abilities are right over here. And what she's good at, you can look at them here as well if you don't know the symbols yet over there. But what we want her to do is definitely do #1 priority of fixing the trains. That's kind of important. We'll put them both on #1 on this one. And then probably this one is going to be a #2. And then litter is going to be the last thing that they do. Actually, let's have him do this on #2 and this on 3. And so they're not kind of like fighting for the same stuff. Okay, let's call the train again. And we also need to put our people where they need to go. Now look at this perception range. This is huge. This is why I wanted a high perception. So what we can do is put our people kind of in the middle of our station so that they can see things around them, you know. Okay, so we have, oh, we didn't buy a wheelie bin. Oh no. Okay, so this is why we're having a problem. We have this massive amount of litter because the litter bin here is absolutely full. So people are throwing stuff on the ground around it. So what we need to do is install a wheelie bin. into our utilities room. And that's why I left the spaces at the beginning, so that people could just deposit their litter, deposit the, the trash bin litter there, and our people could just quickly put it in and not have to walk the entire length of this thing to do that. Okay, so people are waiting. There are many people waiting. Oh no. And we have emanations and smells. No. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. All right, so Wilson is taking out the trash here. People are looking for benches. Let's see what else we can get for them. Maybe we can add some benches. Let's get the staff only zone. And we cannot, oh no, we needed 2 bonds to buy the bench. But what we'll do here is we'll go into our infrastructure and make our staff only zone and paint this on these corridors so we can see that people will not be able to allowed to go there. Like commuters will not be allowed to go there. Okay, rain is happening. Great times. Hooray. Another thing that's important we can get in the commerce. Oh, these are important. Oh no, I don't think we can do commerce here at all yet. No. We can. Okay, let's do commerce. It'll be fine. We'll get a newspaper. No, I meant to get the ad first. Let's get the ad. Okay. So I want to build a newspaper stand. Let's see. That's in commerce. Newspaper stand. And this can go like, I don't know, maybe here in the middle of the concourse. And then we're going to have ads all over the place because people need to see ads. And this is the way we make a lot of money is by people seeing ads. We can even put them on this wall here. So when, the commuters are gazing across, looking for their train, they can just look at these ads on the wall. Okay, we are kind of going a little bit close on money here. So I'm going to leave this that way and that'll be fine. There we go. Okay, good. And as these people look at ads, you see these tiny little progress bars. All right, let's click this, but tiny progress bars here. Every time an ad is seen 5 times by viewers, then we get 15 pounds. So this is a great, great, great way to make money. All right, we do have 1 bond left, and we're going to use that to buy the staff room amenities for our staff, because that's going to be really important to do. Oh, people overcrowded. Oh no. We could close the entrance, but that's going to leave some of our people without a way to get out. So unfortunately, we cannot limit entrance yet. We have some people saying they can't afford the tickets. Oh, we are short on power again. Or sometimes we're short on power. Interesting. So I don't think we need... We do have this wheelie bin is overloaded already. Wow. It might have been better if we started at an entrance with less traffic in it, but this is going to be fine. Let's go ahead and buy another generator so we're not short. And we have 3 bonds. Let's see what we can do with 3 bonds. Amenities. We can buy an uncomfy chair, sure. Water cooler and the staff vending machine. All very good items to get for our staff. Okay, oh, call the train, call the train. Go, go, go. Let's go. All right, but I think the 2-carriage train able to carry 8 people is probably the most important, one of the most important thing you can buy with bonds at the very beginning. Okay, here they go. They are getting on the train. Hooray! And generating happiness, and hopefully our reputation will go up one day. All right, amenities. Let's look at our chairs. We only need 2 chairs at the moment because we only have 2 employees. So staff vending machine we'll put over here as well. And we'll have our water cooler on this side. Or actually, we'll have it over there. Because later we're going to get a TV and other stuff. So we'll leave space for that. Okay, people are waiting. We're just going to wait for this little thing. This indicates when the next train is ready to arrive at the station. So there's obviously a time between trains arriving. Also, we want to make sure and not spend all of our money, because when we want to get our fuel barrels refilled at the end of the night, that costs money. Same thing with taking the trash out. So all of that is going to cost money. We also have to pay our staff overnight because they're going to hang out and clean up the station. Oh no. Oh wow. Train had to go and people are like, no, we missed it again. Oh dear. And of course at 11 o'clock, the station closes. Now, what I do want to do is we're going to look at the staff menu here and we're going to look at our thresholds. I want everything to be fixed, emptied, whatever at night. So empty bins with contents above 1%. I want all the trash bins to be emptied. I want all the generators to be refueled, watering plants, repair machinery. All of that stuff needs to be done. And then we can set our auto rest thresholds if it seems like they're not doing that well. So maybe we'll set this to like 40% or something, so they don't have to get as interrupted during the day. But I would rather if they do all of their tasks first and then do their auto resting, but we'll see. Now you can change and do your own schedule to have them working at certain hours or not. And that can help you fine tune your station if you want to. But I kind of prefer the automatic resting. It seems to work really well. The AI is really, really good with this. And I've been enjoying kind of seeing how that's been functioning since I've played the game in the early days. This wasn't a thing. And I'm like, oh my God, this is great. So I'm going to wait for them to do all the things. Let's go ahead and speed up time here. White is doing all of the stuff. And as they do stuff, you can see their XP go up. So repaired +1, and then they get +1 and plus XP. So white is earning some really good XP here. And I think they're kind of good. I think they're done. So let's see. White, can I have them command them to sit in chairs? Yeah, do this. Sit in your chairs and reduce your stress, because they have despair, tiredness, hunger, and thirst that they need to take care of. Now, the cool thing is if we skip to dawn, they will sometimes have relieved those. Sometimes they get even more hungry. So the only issue with that is if you try to adjust that in the schedule, sometimes they do all of their resting first and then they do the tasks. And I find that kind of like, oh, I don't want you to do that. So we're just going to keep an eye on it and just make sure things happen the way we want them to happen. Now, if you want to, you can adjust the ticket prices up at the machine. So I'm going to go ahead and turn them up just a tiny bit. Oh, I forgot to adjust the lights. We'll have to do that next time. Or we can add one light here. How much energy are we using? We have a little bit. We can put another lamp here to kind of get this area and also the gloom over here. Let's see. What is our thing like? We have, let's see, litter, overcrowded, gloomy, but that's kind of from yesterday a bit. I don't think the gloom is a big problem, so we won't worry about that right now. But what we do want to do is to free us up. We definitely want, oh, we can get a footbridge. This is great. So getting a footbridge is really good because that enables our people to cross over the tracks if we want them to. Let's click this. Now I want to get, let's see, is it utilities? Yes, signal relay. We're going to go ahead and buy this, but we're not going to buy the signal relay itself. The signal relay allows us to call the trains with, on the different platforms F1 through 5, but I really want the signal automator. So I think I'm going to just buy that when it comes out, when we have 8 bonds. Let's see, we can get the watering can and a megaphone. But I think we're going to wait and see on those. So let's just let people kind of go through here and collect a bunch of bonds here. Our people are busy doing stuff. You can see they have their XP is this blue bar, which corresponds with this blue bar over here. And their health, I believe, is the green bar. So let's see. She's kind of, yeah, she's at 97%. You can see a tiny bit missing from her health at the top. That's because she's probably really hungry. So go and eat, for goodness sake. Okay, let's go ahead and call this train. There we go. So hopefully she will kind of attend to some of her needs here and feel better about things. And so she can get back to her job and a more happy person here. So we need more tools, level 1 toolkit, because Wilson is seeing the turnstiles like, okay, this is gonna break. Hold on here. So he's kind of concerned about that at the moment. But White should be able to see it. Yep, White has the tool. That's the only downside of them carrying tools, is you might need more in your tool room. So now if we look at the thermal overlay, we can see there's a bit of heat over here. So what we might want to do is actually expand this area out a little bit. And then add some space, some breathing space. There we go. There we go. Call the train. Now we have 9 bonds. This is actually kind of great. I love having this many things. Do we have the air vent, but we need, well, oh, we need to unlock more bonds. But we can get the signal automator. I love this thing. It's so good. All right, let's pause the game for a moment here. We are going to get the signal automator. And that is going to be able to call the train. So we place it down and then we link it to a train platform. And then if we click on the train platform, we can tell it when to arrive, how many minutes past the hour and such. Now, because I deleted all of my posters, I want to add more newspaper ads somewhere along the concourse here. Okay, let's add these guys. Sure. More ads. Hooray. Good. We don't have any vents to dissipate the heat yet. Oops, darn it. I should have rotated that. Okay, so now it's time to go home. Wilson's already carrying out trash. White is taking care of some of the repair stuff. I do want to see who we have for applicants here. Kind of want to think about getting somebody maybe with low perception to kind of demonstrate how bad low perception is. We could hire Bob if we had a bit more money, which we don't have at the moment. That's kind of not ideal. Need more tools. Level 1 jerry can. Okay, so Wilson is taking care of all of the refueling right now. Let's see, White, do you need to do stuff? Nah, you're fine. We'll be fine. We can just manually put her to use amenity there. Go get some crisps. Have a snack. It's good. And then Wilson, how are you doing? All right, let's go and get you some stuff too. Let's go and get you some drinks. So hunger at 37%, thirst at 39. Maybe I should change the staff thing to be a little bit lower, like 30% or 30 level or 30, whatever. 30 something is fine. You don't need to have it exact, though you can with the plus and minus buttons. I don't really care that much though. Okay, let's look at our procurement things. What can we do? We can't buy the vents yet, which is kind of important, but we'll leave that until later. Tools, It might be good to get plants. We can start building our reputation with that. So let's get our watering can. And then facilities. Oh no! Oh, we can't afford it. Oh well. But if we, I kind of want to look at these lights. So let's see if we click this light and move it here maybe. And then unpause. Nah, it's not. We need more lights. We just need more lights. Let's put this there. Okay. And then we'll get another light. Where did the lights go? Hello, lights. Infrastructure. No. I know they're here somewhere. I know they're here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Yep. It's under facilities as expected. Okay, good. Okay, now hopefully this won't count as gloom, but honestly, I kind of forgot if it does or not. But the other thing that we can do here is if we add lighting, which we need to do that tomorrow, I think, because we don't have enough money. Yeah, because we had all the expensive here. We have new staff applicants, shops restocked, wheelie bins taken out, fuel bins, you know, redone. Oh no! Oh no, the newspaper stand is backward. Oh dear. Okay, he's facing the wall. He's a shy newspaper seller guy. Oh dear. Okay, I forgot to look at our daily thing. I think I did. Anyway, people are tired. They want some benches. We should probably get some benches because that's a bit important. So if we look at, let's see. Must be facilities, I think. There's our plant. We can get that. Let's get an uncomfy bench. That sounds awful, doesn't it? It's like, no. Okay, so we're going to let this call the train at the top of the hour. So at 11 o'clock, the train should arrive. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we can just put some uncomfortable benches down. We'll put this here. Sure. And then... maybe here. Sure. Okay, so people can sit. Happiness is occurring here. Do we see any more gloominess? I keep clicking the wrong button there. Gloomy. A tiny bit gloomy. So 2% is not indicating this big space here. So I'm not actually worried about that. So I'm thinking if we add more to the concourse here, we can have our people dissipating a tiny bit and have more people on this side, because people are a big generator of heat as well. So there's a pigeon. Hello. Hello. Are you a mega pigeon or a regular pigeon? Yes, we need to know this information. My internet used to be so slow while streaming. People were like, hey, are your internet packets carried by carrier pigeons? And I'm like, yes. But then they became mega pigeons and it was fabulous. So anyway, oh, train broke down. This is important. White is able to repair it. Super important that they can repair a train immediately. Because the longer it sits there, you can see there's some fumes here, which are not great, but hopefully they'll dissipate decently. Now we can also change the price of newspapers, how much we're selling stuff for. So we have ticket prices here. We have newspaper prices as well. So let's see. I'm gonna call the train early because there's so many people waiting. Let's see. Go, go, go. All right. Now we have 3 bones left. That does mean we can get a plant. Let's go ahead and get that. That's gonna help us improve our reputation. So let's see. Got rest bench, retail, bargain, and then we have bin access and well lit. That's really nice. If we add plants into this, oopsie, sorry about that. Mouse is being a tiny bit fun. We need to add a level 1 watering can. I think we'll put that kind of in the back as well. And let's train our staff to use that. Now, this is an orange type tool. So what we can do is train our people who are good with orange to go and use the tool. So white, you go and use this. Go and pick it up. And then white, I want you to drop it. Okay, drop it. So then Wilson can pick it up. And then that will train them both to use it. And then we can see it on our staff menu here about the priorities of the watering can. Sure, 3 is fine. Okay, very good. And then we just need to place some plants. So let's see. Where are they? We'll put them, they are in facilities here. And we'll just place a plant where they are wanted. As you can see, they do leave, they do have an area of effect where people can see them and be cheered up by the plants. So we'll go ahead and place those down. We'll wait for the people to leave for now. And then we'll place a few plants around. Put one there, sure. Maybe move this seating to over there. And then put a couple more plants in. So that one is there. We can add this, I don't know. Here, let's just move some of this stuff around. Let's put this bench on the other side and then put this plant right over here instead. I think we have enough money now to kind of... Oh, train is broken. That's not good. Hey, White, get on this, please. But in our infrastructure, we do have... Let's go ahead and unfast the game right now. We have the footbridge. Now, when you place a footbridge, be sure you don't cover the entrance of the car. Now, you might be tempted to put it in the middle here, but that's not a great idea because as your train goes longer, it stops in the center of the platform. So it's likely that the footbridge is going to kind of go over one of those doors. So I kind of like to put those at the ends, like one right here and maybe one on this side. I'm kind of cautious about money at the moment. So yeah, we'll go ahead and put one there as well. Now we're going to change our train to have both alighting points so people can wait on both sides. And I also want to get lighting over here. So we don't want to have this at the edge. Have a maximum of 4 tiles from the edge there. How does that look? Okay, it's a little bit gloomy here. Let's put it 3 from the edge. Okay, there. And then put 1 in the middle as well. And then what I want to do, I think I'm just going to have these benches. Let's right click that and just add a few benches. And we're just going to watch the money. I do want to have a bin over here. There it is. We can have a bin, maybe a newspaper seller. Okay, if we have this bin, we can have it actually in the center here. And we only need 1 bin. This is fantastic. So watching the money very carefully. We might have to delete stuff if we don't do so well here. What else do we need? I'm thinking newspaper. Newspaper stand. Now notice I'm putting a lot of this stuff in the middle. Also, yes, there we go. I'm gonna turn this one around because I keep forgetting to do that. Our shy newspaper guy is gonna have to say hi to the world. So then on the back wall, I can put a bunch more ads. We don't have enough money for more ads, but what I'm gonna do is we're just gonna add maybe a couple more benches. Okay, so we'll add 1 here and 1 there. And that should be enough to pay for the refueling and all that stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and let our employees figure this out. We do have a bit of an electricity problem, it looks like. Aye. Okay, so let's see. We need 7. We have max capacitance of 6.25. So we can either sell something, which is okay, or we can buy a new generator. Let's buy a new generator. We'll do that instead. Okay, we're down to 45 money. That's not enough. So what I'm going to do is edit the floor. And the floor is going to give us, well, no, that's only 80 money back. We're just going to go ahead and sell a bench or 2. Let's sell these benches. And, oh, really? I thought it was supposed to give us money. Yeah. That was surprising, actually. That's really surprising. I thought it would give me the full price back because we're still at nighttime. So it only gave me 43 back. That's a bit sad. It's like, no, they didn't get used. I promise they didn't get used. We want a full refund. Give, please. In any case, I do think I want to edit the floor a little bit and just have a tiny bit more money because these people have to be paid. So let's just be a little bit sneaky and get like $300. So we have a little bit of a chewed up station at the end here, but it should be fine. And anyway, we're gonna let White and Wilson finish up all the stuff. Having 2 jerry cans is actually a really good idea, but I don't have enough money for this now. Look at Wilson struggling to water this plant. This is actually really rough. Like, Wilson, it's not that hard. You just pour the water into the pot. Oh, grats. Okay, cool. And both of our people are leveling up quite nicely. But unfortunately, this episode has gone on for really long, so we're going to stop this here. But meanwhile, thank you so very much for joining me. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you next time.